All right, so thinking about a career as a scriptwriter, diving into those stories we see on the big screen,
The
TV,
world of creativity, sure, but also industry realities.
we've got the goods, career guides, interview tips, even how AI plays into all of this.
Our deep dive today, you'll know what it takes to be a scriptwriter. And more importantly, is it right for you?
Let's get into it. Scriptwriters, they come up with the stories, right? Movies, shows. But it's got to be more than just having a cool idea.
It's taking that idea and making it real. Dialogue that pops, characters you believe in, settings that pull you in. Like one writer we look at said it's building a world brick by brick with words.
Love that. Building a world, but where's this world building happening?
That classic image of a writer's room, still true. But honestly, tech lets a lot of writers work from home now.
So no guarantee of red carpets then.
Not always glamorous, no.
Hmm.
Thing is, this industry, it's always changing. New tech, trends, you gotta adapt. Our sources all said that.
Sounds like you never stop learning in this field.
That's part of the excitement. One trend we keep seeing, though, specialization is becoming huge. So, like, not just, I'm a writer, but I'm the writer for this kind of story. Exactly. Like any job, the more niche you go, the more you stand out. Which, honestly, plays into what's great about being a scriptwriter. Yeah, it's creative. You do get to bring your vision to life.
Our sources all agreed. Seeing your ideas on screen, that's the reward. But gotta ask, they weren't shy about the tough parts either.
It's not easy. You're competing with a lot of talent. Jobs aren't always secure. And feedback, you'll get a lot of that. One writer even said it's like putting your heart out there for everyone to critique.
Wow. You'd need thick skin, a good sense of humor.
Yeah.
Okay, before we get into how to actually break in, I'm curious, what's sticking with you so far? The kind of wild ride you're up for.
Sounds like it takes a certain kind of person, that's for sure.
Makes you wonder, what skills do you absolutely need? Beyond, like, writes good, great.
For sure. You need the basics dialogue that sings, characters that feel real, a plot that keeps you hooked. But there's more to it than that.
Like what? Give us the secrets.
Collaboration, huge one. You're always working with a team, directors, other writers, producers. Got to give and take feedback. Someone even said, like, leave your ego at the door. Filmmaking, it's a group effort.
Finding that balance, right?
Yep.
Your vision, but also being open to making it even better together.
And this industry, always changing. So being adaptable, that's gold.
Makes sense. So someone's listening, they're feeling inspired, ready to go. What's step one? How do they actually become a scriptwriter?
Every source we looked at agreed, you got to have a portfolio.
Mm-hmm.
Can't just talk about your awesome ideas, got to show them.
So start writing. Okay, but then what? How do you get those scripts in front of the right people?
Networking, my friend. Industry events, online groups, even film festivals. It's about meeting people, making those connections. One story we saw, this writer met a producer at a festival, just chatted about their work. Months later, that producer called them up with a job.
Wild how often that happens. Right place, right time.
It's about putting yourself out there. So let's say you've done all that. Got your portfolio, network like crazy, finally break in. What's next? What does that career ladder look like?
Give us the climb.
It varies, but the sources all showed a similar path. Starting out, you're usually assisting. Research, maybe some dialogue for smaller roles, even just helping out, paying your dues, learning the ropes.
Working your way up. Classic.
Right. You prove yourself, you move up junior writer, more responsibility, developing stories, fleshing out characters.
Then that sweet spot, mid-level.
You're leading revisions, maybe mentoring newer writers, working closely with the higher-ups.
And the big leagues, senior writer.
There, you're often running the show, creatively, overseeing the whole project. Some even become showrunners. They're the head honcho, responsible for everything. Or they go into producing, directing, using those storytelling skills in different ways.
So many options for the folks who hustle and stick with it.
No doubt. But it's tough to reach that top level. You need the passion, the drive, and yeah, some luck never hurts.
And speaking of this industry always changing, we got to talk AI. It's shaking things up, right? Especially in script writing.
Huge topic. ChatGPT, all that. People are using it for ideas, dialogue, even whole scenes. Makes people nervous.
Will AI replace writers altogether? The big question.
It's scary to think about. What we saw, though, it's more like a tool. Like writer's block. AI can help. Trying new things. AI can do that too.
Like having a brainstorming buddy 24/7.
Exactly. But, and this is key, it's still just a tool. It can't do what a human writer does. The emotion, the experiences, that's what makes a story really hit you.
It's one thing to write something technically good, another to make someone feel something.
Totally. AI can write a sentence that's grammatically perfect, but it can't put heart into it.
Reminds me of something I heard. A script is a blueprint for a feeling.
Nailed it. AI might be part of the process, but it's the human element that truly connects.
So, for those listening thinking about all this, what excites you about being a scriptwriter? What's calling to you? Makes you think, right? All this creative energy, working together, even AI in the mix. It's a lot to weigh when you're choosing a career.
That's why we do this, right?
No?
Give you the info, let you figure out what clicks for you. This deep dive, it's a starting point.
And speaking of starting points, got to give props to RoleCatcher. Their scriptwriter stuff, the career guide, how to nail interviews, even those AI tools. It's like a cheat code.
Seriously useful, like their resume and cover letter thing.
Yeah.
It helps you highlight the exact skills you need for the jobs you want.
And the interview practice. Game changer. You can rehearse, get feedback, all before you even step in the room.
Takes out the guesswork. Job hunting's stressful enough, these tools make it smoother.
So, feeling inspired? Go check out RoleCatcher. We'll link it all. But for now, as we wrap up, any final words of wisdom for our aspiring scriptwriters out there?
Remember everything we've talked about. You need the passion, you got to handle the pressure,
Yeah.
and be ready for the ups and the downs. It's a wild ride.
But at the end of the day, what matters is you. Your unique voice, your perspective, that's what makes a story stand out, especially now with so much content everywhere.
Exactly. If you can move people, make them think, stay with them after it's over. That's the magic.
It all circles back to that idea, a script being a blueprint for a feeling. But that makes me wonder, what about the writer in all this? Are you the architect, planning every detail, or more of a dreamer, letting the ideas flow?
Maybe it's both, right?
Yeah.
You need the craft and the heart.
Love that thought. And on that note, we want to hear your take. Hit us up on social media. Use #TheDeepDive. Keep this conversation going. For now, from both of us, happy writing.